tattoos on my face, and I really don't regret it. What the fuck you mean? We done know you wasn't faggot, but we bow out to the tongue guys. Gang membership don't mean it to a gangster. If you a rat up in the pit, they gon' thank you. So why you think it's gonna be that in the streets? What percent of the elite? You can never be me, P. Slide with ADD and I'm Maserati. Beast mode, so keep it, you can never tag me. I'd rather die than to break my word. And God, we can go to work. And yeah, that I'm my yellow but the elite. Didn't know free. I'm the guy who better walk my feet. I'm ready to war. All you do is retreat. Wear a mask. Scared to breathe the air that I breathe. My yellow but the elite. Didn't know free. I'm a guy who better walk my feet. I'm ready to war. All you do is retreat. Never ever go to sleep, rolling deep, hammer and reach, love trend trees, practice what I preach. Time of brothers killing brothers, time just unite. Dirty cop murdered another black man down the night. Got snipers on the rooftop. It's a young against the world like Tupac. Yet it went America on fire. I'm Messiah. Maya Lance, looking fancy in the challenger. Hit the caliber with the silencer. Got me more violent than GPS tracker. Plugging up my monitor. Crackers getting tapped in the chest. I promise you, you use like a bad rule. Got to abolish it. The leader of the city, the beat is pretty, victories here. Law enforcement street. Nobody is perfect. I'm working on my flaws. Frost in the world that you ever saw. You glad, man? Yeah, we the that I bring. My young but yeah, leave. We don't breathe. I'm trying to better boss my feet. I'm ready to do work. All you do is retreat. You wear a mask. I'm scared to breathe the air that I breathe. My yellow fuck yeah, leave is bleeding and breathe. I'm a guy that falls my feet. I'm ready to do work. All you do is retreat.
Language is one of mankind's greatest gifts. Words have exact meaning and describe exact conditions. With them, humans can communicate ideas and concepts which help them understand their world and master their environment. You have to learn to become precise in your use of words and your mastery of language. One of the keys to dropping many of your mental chains and regaining your personal independence and mental freedom is gaining a deep and true understanding of words and language. With this, the entire universe is literally at your command. If your parents didn't get it right, they didn't have enough money. Maybe when you were growing up, they just didn't have enough. They didn't know how to communicate effectively to each other or to you. Maybe they were unhealthy or their habits and actions were bad. Then what are you doing to break it? What are you doing to break it? There are thousands of ways that people will try to tear you down and make you feel bad about yourself. And there are a million ways you can tell them to go fuck themselves as you continue to succeed and live a life of passion and power. This is Be the Best, Fuck the Best. This is INC Nation. This is a worldwide movement. Look it up, motherfuckers.
That was a transfer of my expression. Most people probably don't even understand it or get it or like, what the hell is he doing? Anyways, welcome YouTube to another prolific expression. I wanted to speak on taking responsibility. I've been seeing out there in the world, nobody takes responsibility. And it's actually gross and weak and pathetic. The whole world is set up that way. Even insurance companies. What does insurance mean? Transfer of risk, transfer of responsibility, pretty much. Nobody wants to take responsibility for anything. All you women out there that have kids with the wrong baby daddy, you don't take responsibility. You picked them. You always blame the guy. And you guys out there having kids all over the place, you blame nature or you blame something. You don't take responsibility yourself for having all these kids or or not being able to afford them. You know what I mean? Nobody wants to take responsibility. If there's an car accident and it's actually your fault, you will not take responsibility. You wouldn't be responsible for it. They even tell you don't. Make sure you don't say you're responsible for it or any of that shit. Even though it's so damn obvious, even though there's a camera there showing it that you rear-ended someone or whatever. But everybody's pretty much pointing the responsibility to someone else. Why are you lazy? Oh, it's because I did this, or I went to sleep late. I couldn't sleep. This or that. Take some responsibility. My parents didn't let me sleep. My parent, even little kids. Little kids have to learn how to take responsibility. They've been programmed to to make excuses and point the finger out there all the time when you have to point your finger at yourself. I'm learning myself how to be more responsible, and since I've been doing that, there's nobody else to blame but yourself. Always look in the mirror. If something's going on that you don't like, always look in the mirror. Something wrong right there. Take some responsibility. Why is what's another? There's so many examples, man. You could be walking, and that's how the court system's set up also. You could be walking in the sidewalk and then you could trip over let's say the sidewalk is it's up or something because of the roots of the tree. There's motherfuckers that are going to be out there trying to sue the city because they fell down. You know what I mean? And maybe they'll win, maybe they won't. That's not the point. The point is take some fucking responsibility and on yourself and watch where you're walking or be aware of where you're walking. How could you blame that? You know what I mean? Jesus Christ. Anyways, there was this meme right here. I don't know if you can see it. He's 100. It says, he's 104 years old. What's your excuse? And guess what? I gotta censor a little because it's on YouTube, so I can't say this shit. Some weak ass pathetic person says he had more time to train. So he even had an excuse not to take responsibility for his lack of not wanting to or win that if he was racing or win or any of that. Like, how pathetic is that, man? Take some damn responsibility. Even if you're going to take a shower and you slip and you hit your head, you're gonna blame the soap. A lot of people do. They'll probably say the person that went there before, oh, it's because you left the fucking soap there and I slipped and blah 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 blah. That takes some damn responsibility. Jesus, man. It's so pathetic, so gross to see on men and women, especially men. Men, you really got to grow up and take some damn responsibility of your life. Your life is the way it is because of your cause. You are in your own universe. Just imagine there's a circle around you as a man. You are in that circle. Whatever happens in that circle is your responsibility. There's nobody else. Just like that man's responsible for his circle, you're responsible for your circle. That's it. Now, if that man tries to come over here and mess with your circle, that's when you push him off or say, hey, don't fuck with my circle, man. I ain't fucking with yours. Leave me alone. You know what I mean? However, the main thing, like I said, is taking responsibility. Okay, let me see. Yeah, so a lot of people don't want to take responsibility in their life. What's another example? They could be they could go and order Oh, well, this is a great example. What if you go to like Starbucks or something, you order something and you order it and then they give you the wrong item? How could you take responsibility with that? Well, maybe you didn't communicate it correctly. You know what I mean? Or take some responsibility. Say, okay, shit happens. You don't have to get all butthurt about it. Take some damn responsibility and do it. What's another thing? Oh, why is my baby daddy a deadbeat? Because you picked him. Why does he keep being a deadbeat? Well, take some responsibility, young lady, that you picked him. Now, let's say you take responsibility. You know what? It is my fault, and for picking this guy, I understand it. Blah blah blah. I'm gonna get better. I'm the next guy I go out with. I will understand it better. And same with the guy. Take some damn responsibility. Oh, why did she leave you? Take some responsibility. Why did she cheat on you? Take some responsibility, young man. Why doesn't she love me? Take some responsibility. Never put that blame out there. You're strong. Like I said, you're a man, you're strong. And by taking responsibility, you will become unbreakable, man, invincible. And this is part of the process, like I said, taking responsibility. Let's say right now I burned my hand because somebody left the stove on and I didn't even notice. So I'm over there chilling, I yawn, and I start cussing out, man, who the fuck left the stove on? I burned my hand. Blah, 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 blah. Now it's more brown than usual. I burned my hand. What the hell? You know what I mean? Take some damn responsibility and say, you know what? It was my fault for not being aware of the damn hot stove. You're in la la land and shit. So and like I said, taking responsibility is a big thing. And like I was talking about earlier, insurance means transfer of risk, which is transfer of responsibility. And now kids are being taught to always transfer the responsibility to someone else. Oh, why didn't you pass your test? And then they'll start saying, because the teacher didn't teach us right. You know what? I was guilty of this too. Like I said, I was young once, so I understand this. I'm speaking from experience. I was at one point wouldn't take responsibility, and I would always throw it out there. It was the world that did this to me, and I was weak. You know, it's weak to whoever does it. So once I began to take responsibility for my own life, everything got better, and I was able to grow from it. You know what I mean? You know, like, you know what? It's my fault. I get it, and that's what it is. And like I said, what if there's a question? Let's say there's a question and it says, well, what if it's actually the other person's fault and blah blah blah, and it really is their fault? How would you do that? Hey man, look within. Like let's say you're in a business or whatever, and you say, hey, we're gonna do this, this, and that. Do you get it? Let's say you got to wake up at 5 a.m. Okay, let's say I say that. Wake up at 5 a.m. Boom, blah, 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 blah. And then the person wakes up the next day at 5:01 or whatever, and then let's say the person says to the guy, well, you told me to wake up at 5 a.m. You told me to wake up at 5 a.m. And let's say I'm the one that say, yeah, I said that. So how am I going to take responsibility? This is how you do it. So it's your fault for telling me to wake up at 5. You know, you didn't give me time to blah 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 to wake up and check in or any of that, right? So then me as the person that told them, hey, you got to wake up at 5 a.m. You take some responsibility, and then you say, you know what? You're right. I told you to wake up at 5 a.m. and it is my fault for not communicating to you that 5:01 is late. You know what I mean? So even simple things like that, if you begin to take responsibility, you will grow more. And like, you know what I mean? So like I said, insurance, transfer of risk, transfer of responsibility. Why do women pick the wrong guy? Because they got to be more responsible and not blame the guy. Well, let's say some girlfriends ask for the other girlfriends, hey, let's go out. Oh, I can't. I don't have a babysitter. Blah blah blah. And then and that lady is like, well, hey, she doesn't want to, her dad doesn't want to take her to take the kids for to have fun or whatever. So blah blah blah. That's why I can't go out. Blah blah blah. No 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 no, bitch. It's your fault for picking that guy. Take some damn responsibility. You know what I mean? Let me see it. There was another one that I said. There was a TLC. There was a show on TLC with this fat chick. Let me see. I don't have it here, but there was this quote unquote fat chick trying to go up the stairs, and there's two people carrying her to help her out, right? And then and she's like 500, 600 pounds. So you have one guy on one side and one guy on the other, and she has to go up one step, right? And then she goes up one step, and then I hears like a crack, and she starts. It's sad, it really is sad. However, her excuse was it was the shoe. It's like, oh, it's not my fault. It's the shoe's fault. I'm like, the shoe didn't crack. It was you. It was your body that cracked. Take some damn responsibility. Now, let's say she would have said, yeah, it's my fault, blah, blah, blah. And once you take responsibility in your life, you will see, because most people won't attack. You know what I mean? Let's say you begin to take responsibility on your life, and they won't attack you. Let's say an example. Hey, we're all gonna meet up as a group at this time at 9 p.m. or whatever, and then we're gonna do our thing. So when you get there, let's say at 9:05, everybody's gone, and then you start giving excuses. Oh, there was traffic. Oh, there was this. Nobody cares, man. Nobody cares, dude. That's another thing about time. Being on time. Being on time is a selfish motherfucker. If you're not on time, you're a selfish motherfucker. An example. Let's say we're gonna, like I said, how we got here at 9 p.m. and then you show up at 9:01 or 9:05, and then you just show up like your shit don't stink, like I'm a bad motherfucker, blah blah blah. You don't give a fuck about the other person's time. We get it. You're a baller, you're a shot caller, you're a boss. You don't have to be on time if you don't want to. You can show up whenever the fuck you want. Cool. But the reason you're showing up on time is because you respect other people's time. Now, let's say I'm in that group and I'm like, I respect my time so much, I will not waste yours. So I'm gonna leave and be there on time and leave on time and all that. But a lot of people is like, dude, you give so many, you just let people slide, and then people are gonna step on you and punch your mind or whatever. Sorry, my phone's acting dumb over here. Yeah, so as I was saying, damn, phone is connected. There we go. So take responsibility and of other people's time also. Like, I don't give a fuck about other people's time. That's blah 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 blah. Okay, we get it, big dog or big. Look, women are always late on a date, right? That's another example. They don't respect your time. That's how spoiled they are. Like, I don't care, girl. I'm gonna show up whenever. I'm yeah, all that shit. You know what I mean? However, if she ever meets like a real man or whatever, and she's not there on time, and he leaves, and then she's gonna start blaming either him, well, blah blah blah, or she's gonna blame, oh, it's because this, because that, because blah 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 blah. Like, you don't respect anybody's fucking time. Respect, responsibility. Those are two key ingredients in having a better life or growing. So respect, responsibility, and all that's being lost, man. Everybody's disrespecting everybody with their it's just it's messed up. It's messed up. And let's say you disrespect someone. That's another thing, because they won't take responsibility of their action. There's no repercussion. You disrespect someone, it's like nobody's gonna do shit. You know what I mean? Man, there's so many examples out there. What's another one? Let's see. You know what? Being in relationships is probably the best one. Like, why did she leave, or why did she do that? Take responsibility, young man, and check yourself. and that's it. Just keep working on you, keep doing you, and you keep growing, and then she'll probably want to come back. And then if you want her back, cool. If you don't, then let her go. Whatever, dude. Let it go. Like that song. Let it go. Let it go. If the hoe want a hoe, let it go. You know what I mean? So, and young woman, young lady, if he wants to leave, you keep working on yourself, keep being soft and pretty towards him, and shit. If not, let him go. There's no song for that. There'll probably be let's see if there was a song for a man. Let him go. Let him go. Yeah, see, a woman has to write that shit. I don't know what she would say. She would probably be like, just look, just be soft and feminine and not get and be respectful and all that. And that's all a man needs. Respect, soft, and treat the man right. That's it. 3 little things. Women, give them, what do you want in a man? Oh shit, there's like a fucking 1,000 pages. I want him tall, I want him handsome, I want him rich, I want him blah 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 blah. You want all this shit, and yet you're acting like a crazy ass broad. You know what I mean? Like, take some responsibility on. Then how come you don't have that, man? Oh, it's because there's none out there. See, that's another excuse. There are out there. How about you say, how come you don't have a man like that? Well, because I haven't conducted myself like a soft feminine woman to attract a man like that. If a woman said that, I'll be like, damn, that chick is smart for saying that. You know what I mean? But instead, they're blaming out there the world. You know what I mean? And that's one of the things that taking responsibility is good about. And like I said, so every man is a universe. Every woman is a universe. So I got 5 more minutes. I'm going to speak 5 more minutes. Let's speak on respect a little more. Like, respect is a key ingredient. How you carry yourself. If you carry yourself with respect, you will be respected. Now, let's say you carry yourself with respect and you still get disrespected. There's ways to go around that. Like I explained it earlier. You're in your bubble and the other man is trying to come to your bubble. You say, hey man, don't fuck with me. If you fuck with me, you're fucking with yourself. Leave me alone. You know what I mean? You stay over there. I'm here chilling, doing my life. Why do you want to fight with me? What do you want to do this? You know, just tell them, go live your life, man. I don't care. If she's your girlfriend or she's this, you go over there. I don't give a fuck. You could keep everything. Just don't mess with my life and don't mess with my people. If you come out here, then there's going to be a problem. Or, you know what I mean? If you speak that towards that person, now they could either move forward on it or not. But if let's say I'm speaking the way I'm speaking and he logically sees, okay, you're right, man, cool. Now if he keeps coming, then it's too bad for him, because you know what I mean? If I'm going to protect my family and myself to live, then there's no holding back. There's the beast will come out. You know what I mean? So what's another thing? Oh, here's let's do a small one, a quick haircut. Let's say you're gonna go get a haircut and then the guy messes up the hair. Take some responsibility of the guy messing up your hair. You know what I mean? Or just don't care. It's like, it's not a big deal, bro. Like, bro, it's gonna grow back, bro. You know what I mean? Now I get it if it didn't grow back. Like, let's say you want to fade, and then he starts, yeah, I want to fade. I want this, and that. He's like, okay, cool. And then he starts cutting your hair, and then he doesn't give you a fade. It's a little lower, it's a little higher. And then you start, oh, let's say, oh man, you cut it too short, man. You cut it too short, bro. We're like, well, you asked for a fade, you know, and then they start going back and forth and all that, man, you fucked up my hair, blah, blah, blah. Blah. Like little kid petty shit. Like, why are you fighting over it? Your life is so damn comfortable that you're fighting over petty shit, dude. You know what I mean? It's like, it's what the hell, dude. Sometimes I see people like fighting, like arguing over, like, is this really happening? Is it really arguing because of that? You know what I mean? You could be at a check stand and like, the lady, I asked you for a bag and now you're at, you know, like little shit like that. Like, your life is so comfortable, it's so soft that any little shit sets you off, dude. You know what I mean? It's like, what the hell's going on, dude? And same, we could give even examples about washing dishes and things like that. You could have a dish there and it's not your dish, let's say it's not your dish, fucking just wash it, man. Keep washing it. Keep washing it. Let's say you live with a group of individuals or this, just wash it. Take a picture and wash it. You don't have to say you're this, you're that. Just wash it, man. Just wash it. 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 Keep going, man. Keep going. I mean, what are your hands gonna get all messed up if you just wash your other people's dishes? Whatever, dude. And if not, don't eat. Leave the dish there. Leave it. Fuck it. Ah, man, I ain't gonna eat. Oh, cool. Don't eat because the dish is there until the person that messed it up washed it. All right, cool. You know what I mean? And there's, everybody has a different feeling about the dishes or whatever. For me, I would wash it. If I, let's say I want to cook some eggs or something, I would just wash it myself. Cool. And that's it. Or you could wash it and then leave it there again. Fuck it. There it is. Right? And then the other person's going to say, oh, who left the dish? And it was technically you, right? There we go. You know what I mean? So then you're going to have to take responsibility either way. So take the responsibility before and just wash the dish then and there, and who cares? You know what I mean? Like, it's not a big deal, man. I'm telling you guys. Life could be much more simpler. Like if we were in the jungle, it's way different, man. You gotta be on your A game. Well, anyways, thank you everybody for showing up to another prolific expression show. I will see you on